Hi, my name is Royston Key, and I will be telling you a story about my grandfather, otherwise known as Lau Seng Ang, and what National Day means to him. National Day means a world to my grandfather, because this particular day also happens to fall on the day that my grandfather took over the family vegetable shop. This vegetable shop was first opened by his parents, who were immigrants from Swatow, Guangzhou. My grandfather worked alongside two older brothers in their family of 10 siblings, 7 of which were brothers and 3 were sisters. He started working at the shop at the mere age of 16, as his father was unable to work anymore. Because of this, he had to give up his studies and devote all his time to the shop, which supported the entire family, including his very own that he had to provide for. This included some of the people, like my mum. This family business was originally situated along a roadside, which was later renamed 6 Mile Market. It was filled with plenty other shops that sold all kinds of produce like fish and meat. The only time that my grandfather and his 2 other brothers managed to catch a rest was in his early 30s, when they closed the shop for a few days on National Day to travel to Bangkok. It was memorable for them not only because they went overseas on National Day, but also because in Bangkok, they visited a river market together to see how different life was from Singapore. They found it very interesting to look and observe how others in different parts of the world ran their businesses and markets in such a different way. Although the shop was doing well enough for them to be able to take breaks like this, life wasn't always smooth sailing. When my grandfather's mother passed away, his wife, or my grandmother, had to step in and help out in the store. This was a very big sacrifice on my grandmother's part, because since young, she had to help her family with their vegetable business as well. Her family ran a planting and gardening business which required her to help from a very early age. Hence, this led to her to dislike being in the vegetable industry. Despite that, she still helped my grandfather. Hence, this meant a lot to my grandfather, as his wife was willing to drop everything for him and help him, despite also having to give up on her studies. Fast forward to today, 6 Mile Market has long been closed down. However, my grandfather still keeps tools that he used to use, such as this weighing scale, or maybe one of the baskets that he used to store vegetables with, maybe the book that he used to keep his contacts and suppliers with, or even the tools he used to open and close the shop, and also the tools he used to open the crates that the vegetables arrived in. However, these are just some of the memories of the glory days of 6 Mile Market. The landscape has changed drastically, and we now recognize that same area as Kovan. My grandfather's shop closed down along with 6 Mile Market to make way for buildings that we see today. Through the years, my grandfather has seen Singapore change from an old market and little to no high-rise buildings to an unrecognizable bustle of activity around the condominiums and shops such as NTUC and Kopitiam surrounding Kovan MRT. Kovan MRT also sits where the market once used to be. Every National Day now is a reminder to my grandfather of the sacrifices he and the people around him had to make to be where they are today, and also as a lesson not only to himself, but to all of us as well, that we should not take anything we have today for granted. The end.